what's up mga kabesh? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Fem Angel. And for today's video, I wanted to discuss to you yung mga bagay na nangyayari not only here in the Philippines but also around the world. And so far, yung business namin na 2M Medical Supplies is really running out of surgical mask like this. Ito. Ayan. So, before anything else, let's just roll the intro. So, for the past few weeks, medyo nakakasad po to hear that our country here in the Philippines is really experiencing a lot of phenomenon, especially not only sa health, but also to our Mother Nature. Kasi last few weeks ago, yung Taal volcano po na natutulog ay nagkaroon ng eruption. So, maraming nagpunta sa danger zone location like Batangas, Taal, yung mga 14 danger zone po. Ang nangailangan ng tulong sa ating lahat upang mailigtas sila sa pagputok ni Taal volcano. So far, up until now, binabantayan pa rin po natin si Taal kasi nasa alert level 3 pa rin ang location. Aside po kay Taal Volcano, currently, just like a few hours ago, I think that was yesterday, early afternoon, nag-announce na rin po si DOH na nagkaroon na tayo ng first case of coronavirus here in the Philippines. And currently, nasa Manila siya. Yung Chinese woman na nag-positive sa coronavirus. So, as being said, these issues and this phenomenon is really happening not only in the Philippines but also around the world. As if I can remember, they said that they already have 16 countries affected of coronavirus. Kaya, napaka-important po talaga na mag-iingat tayo sa ating health and sa ating hygiene. As of the moment po, nagkakaroon tayo, lalo na dito po sa Pilipinas, nagkakaroon tayo ng panic buying. Kasi, we wanted to make sure that our family and the whole country would be protected with this coronavirus 2019. So, basically po, ang isa sa pinakakailangan natin na para to get our protection is an N95 mask, yung makakapal na mask, or either a surgical mask. Yung surgical mask po kasi, at saka yung N95 mask, meron silang filter to filter the air that you're taking in. Kasi ang coronavirus, to give you a heads up, is a respiratory tract infection or a virus that can definitely affects your respiratory. Tapos, this can be get or makukuha po natin to via air. Yung hangin na hinihinga natin, or for example, naubuhan ka ng isang affected ng or suspected with a coronavirus, madali niyang matatransmit sa iyo yung virus via air. So, talagang, we really need to make sure that we use surgical mask like this. Ayan. At saka yung N95. Right now, wala po kami N95, but I was able to get and keep mga ganitong mask, surgical mask. Now, how I can use this? There is a proper way for you to use this mask. May mga madalas po nagkakaroon tayo ng wrong conception on how to use this kind of mask. Kasi, pag makikita nyo po, madalas, ang mask na to, kapag ginagamit ng may sakit, makikita nyo po ang nakaharap ay yung puting side. But in this kind of cases, especially if you wanted to get protected with this kind of sickness, usually po, or most likely dapat ang nakalabas po ay ang blue side. There is a medical explanation why do we have to do that. First, itong blue na po ito is filter. This blue color filters all the air that you can intake while you're using this mask. Ngayon, kapag may sakit ka, you want your loved ones to get protected from you. Ikaw yung pwedeng maging carrier ng sakit. That's why you have to make sure that this blue color is inside, sa loob, nakaprotect sa'yo, sa bibig mo. But, if you want to be protected from others, yan, na merong nag-carry ng other viruses, you have to make sure that this blue color is outside, not inside. Kasi, siya ang mapifilter ng papasok na hangin. Kapag nakabaliktad siya, yung hangin from you, i-filter niya bago na ilalabas. So, that's how it goes. At so far, marami na pong nagpa-panic buying na bumili nito. And, nakakasad lang po kasi before this kind of mask only causes at least 50 to 75 ranges, 50 to 85 ranges per boxes, and one box consisted meron siyang 50 pieces, may 50 piraso dun sa isang box for 50 up to 85 pesos per box depending on the brand. Ngayon po, if you check out different stores who has this surgical mask, pag pumunta po kayo sa Bangbang, ito, totoo to. Kasi yung ibang suppliers namin are from Bangbang. Pag pumunta po kayo sa Bangbang, wala na kayong mabibiling surgical mask. Why? Na panic buying na po siya. Ilang suppliers na po namin ang tinatrawagan namin to get this kind of mask, pero wala na po kaming makuha. Actually, dun sa business, we have 300 boxes order para sa isang hotel, but we were not able to provide them the mask because when we tried to call the manufacturers and also the suppliers in Bangbang, wala silang maibigay kasi naubusan. So right now, some of the suppliers are from, kita po kayo na suppliers through online. I was able to order N95 via online. Pero, pag nakita nyo po, before, ang N95 is like 50 pesos. Minsan, nasa 30 to 50 pesos lang siya. But right now, if you checked it out via online, you can see some of N95 is already, how much? 95 pesos each. Isang N95. With the surgical mask, before it was 50 to 85 pesos, but right now, the price range to 250 up to, may makikita pa po kayo minsan, 500 to 600 isang box, and that's 50 pesos. I mean, 50 pieces. Meron naman pong other, they offer it for 10 pieces. That's how much? That's at least nasa 50 to 75 pesos, 10 pieces. So, ganun siya kamahal. Lesson learned po dito. Technically, the lesson learned that you can say and get to this kind of situation is everybody really wants to be protected with this kind of virus. Kasi this is not only happening to a single country. It started in China. They said it started in Wuhan. But right now, Wuhan is already locked down. And then, it was able to spread for different countries, US, France, Thailand. Here in the Philippines, just announced yesterday. Tapos, other countries, they're still trying to check out kung meron na rin nakapasok sa kanila. But they said 16 countries is already affected by this virus. So, hygiene and protection by means of using this kinds of mask is very, very important. One thing is for sure. Currently, I just read an article from BBC. This is an article that says coronavirus, Australian scientists first to recreate the virus outside China. Meaning, all of the countries here in the whole world is really working together to make this coronavirus outbreak phenomenon stop and save all the people who is currently affected with this kind of virus. So right now po sa Australia, they try to recreate the virus to see kung ano yung mga major contents nitong virus na to and how this virus can be weakened by means of creating an antibodies for this virus. So, right now po, it says that the scientists in Australia was able and successfully able to recreate this kind of virus. So, na-discover na nila yung most of the contents of this coronavirus by means of recreating the virus itself. Para lang po kasi itong technological virus, diba, sa computer, how can you cure a virus in a computer like a Trojan virus, pag-ibig virus before? You have to make sure to check out what are the contents of this virus. In that way, you would know exactly on how you can weaken this virus, let them sleep, or even kill them all. So that's how it goes. And so far, sabi nila dito, the discovery will be shared within the World Health Organization in the hope that it may help efforts to diagnose the treats of this virus. I'm really being positive on this kind of situation because I also believe that with the kind of technology that we do have, for this 2000 millennium stage, napakabilis na rin po natin nakakagawa ng paraan sa mga ganitong klaseng sakit. So we really have a very good scientist for this generation that really helps us. Everybody helps them a lot to resolve this issue, and kudos to the scientists from Australia who was able to successfully recreate this virus. And hopefully, as what they have said, they are now planning to create an antibodies for this kind of virus in coronavirus. So basically, we just have to really wait and to make sure that we are still protected while these scientists are discovering for the cure and for the antibodies that can help everybody passes through this kind of phenomenon within the whole world. And prayer is our big help as well. Alam nyo, yung mga scientists na yan ay binigay sa atin ni Lord para at least malagpasan nating lahat. So this kind of phenomenon. So let's pray for everybody's health and for everybody's safetyness, to make sure that we are all going to be we're all going to pass by this kind of phenomenon. Just to give you a heads up as well on my channel, outbreak lang po. There is already they said it's almost 6,000 people affected in China. They said that there's almost 6,000 people affected by this virus in the whole world, including Thailand, France, US, and Australia. And they said these are their plans. They're planning to have an island quarantine for us foreigners evacuated. And then China, coronavirus, your questions answers by means of posting it via online. Yan, abangan nyo po yan sa mga news, sa Fox News, BBC News. Andyan po, binibigay nila. So, the hope of game changer is already on. So, hopefully, doctor said that the copy could be used to control the material for testing and will be a game changer for a diagnosis with regards to this. That could involve an early diagnosis test which could detect the virus in people who have not displayed symptoms. Na rin po ang sinabi ni Dr. Carton sa news na ito, an antibody test will be enable us to retrospectively test suspected patients so we can gather a more accurate picture of how widespread the virus is, and consequently, among other things, the true mortality rate, as they've said. It will also assist the assessment of the effectiveness of the trial vaccines. So basically, right now, they're creating an antibodies and a vaccine for this coronavirus, so that we can really cure, or can say that we can weaken now the virus for the whole for an effect for the infected person. So, yan, marami po kung iba. Itong video ko na ito ay nakatulong to educate everybody on what's going on right now. Kung kaya nyo po makabili ng surgical mask or N95, please do so para maging protected din po tayo dahil sabi nga po nila nakapasok na siya sa Pilipinas, although the government is really working very hard to control the situation, and as of the moment it's still under their control dahil we only have one positive patient here in the Philippines that has this coronavirus. So basically, sana hindi na to ma-spread out. And hopefully, siya na yung pinaka-last case natin. Although, there are still 11 or should I say, I think 29 is still under observation. So, we still need to make sure that we protect ourselves. So, guys, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig at panonood sa ating channel. For more news updates with regards to this coronavirus, I'll make sure na tututukan po natin tong situation na to dahil dapat po maging aware tayo. Not only us, not only others, but everybody should be aware about what's going on to our mother nature, to our health, and everybody's needs to be more focused at the same time kung how we can protect each and everyone. So, para po sa mga new videos, news, and updates that I'll be posting, please click my notification bell para ma-notify ka sa next video ko. And of course, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this channel. Thanks and have a wonderful day!